We've just finished the latest alternate reality game for Helldivers 2, and the Station 81 livestream has revealed some information, but not a lot. We'll also talk about the new Illuminate Enemy type that was just teased. We'll also cover more responses from the CEO and much more. If you could show some love by hitting the like button below, I'd appreciate it, and let's jump right in. Starting off, we've got a brand new sneak peek at what's to come. A new Illuminate Enemy type has been revealed, and I've got no clue what it is. A major truth, basically an Arrowhead account shared a video showing a large enemy with multiple limbs sprinting down a street like it just ate Taco Bell at 3 a.m. and is desperately searching for the nearest toilet. Nevertheless, this thing looks hideous from what we can see so far. You can tell it has arms, or maybe multiple arms, and 4 glowing eyes. It has glowing eyes just like the Volus. And I had a great conversation with the community on Glitch Unlimited Discord, and wow, this thing resembles the Rat King from The Last of Us or the zombie boss from Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It looks horrendous, and I can't wait to fight it. What do you all think about this so far? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Continuing along towards the good news. Right here, I need you guys to check this out because we've completed the recent ARG for the Station 81 live event there. Check this out. This is all we got. I know it's super anticlimactic, and I have no idea what's going on. I'm assuming at some point, maybe tomorrow, it'll show something here, like a spaceship or I don't know, something, right? But this is what we got, and I guess we're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow. We're gonna switch gears now and check out this Helldivers 2 post where the developers said, important update. Unfortunately, SE and Super Sound has had to drop out of the event. Here's a special message from the lead singer and lead surgeon. Due to unforeseen increase in severe muscle strain case caused by excessive saluting, we have gotten an influx of patients that we need to attend to. We apologize dearly to all of our fans, and we wish to perform for you very soon. Something is absolutely up, because if you guys recall, a couple of days ago, the Major Truth account said there was some stuff going on where apparently some people were popping up with blue eyes and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. The update has to be tomorrow. Time to move on towards the bad news. We've failed the latest major order. For some of you, that's probably not a surprise, but right here, this is what High Command had to say. Through insidious tactics and the unwittingly synchronized deployment of elite units, enemies of freedom have unlawfully prevented the expansion of Super Earth territory. Super Earth denounces this perfidious aggression. However, our citizen spirits remain undimmed, with anticipation building for the Federation-wide celebration of Super Earth's victory over the Illuminate and Meridian Singularity. Further recovered automaton components, particularly neural processors and optical lenses, have been allocated by the Center for Citizen Surveillance and Safety for use in its innovative pre-dissonance program. Launching alongside the festivities, this exciting new initiative will safeguard citizens by analyzing a suite of dissonance metrics such as CCS test responses, patriotic expensiveness rates, purchasing habits, and unconventional fashion choices. The upcoming mass gathering will serve as the ideal inaugural operation. With galactic equilibrium poised to favor Super Earth once more, citizens may rest assured justice will be delivered, until all voters can celebrate free from tyranny's gaze. Well, even if we failed it, at least we're able to celebrate freedom, right? And man, oh man, when the Illuminate come through, which I believe will happen because all the evidence points towards an Illuminate invasion, yeah, something's going on here and it's gonna get crazy, guys. I've already said it's crazy, but I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely nuts, whatever happens next. With that said, let's go over the recent conversation Arrowhead's CEO had with the community. If you missed my previous video, I suggest checking it out after this one. Previously, we discussed how Arrowhead plans to adjust supercredits in a positive way, though some interpreted this as a potential nerf to supercredits. We don't know yet if that's the case, but we have a conversation here from a player who raised concerns about how these changes could negatively impact Helldivers 2, potentially leading to another wave of review bombing on Steam. So, in response to this, the CEO Shams wrote, "First off, I don't know if, when, how it will happen, but generally speaking, we'd want to make changes in tandem with post videos explaining why it's a good move for us, the game, and the players. All game economies go through changes." I'll be honest, this doesn't sound great. Initially, I interpreted the CEO's response as suggesting they'd improve how super credits are earned, especially since he mentioned in the last video that they're working on making it better, which should theoretically be a positive change, right? I'm going to stay optimistic about it until we have more information, because otherwise, titling this video as if they're nerfing super credits would be fear-mongering or clickbaity, and again, we don't know if that's the case. I think it's possible they could make a change that negatively impacts super credits, and if they do make a poor decision in that area, it would be absurd. In fact, if that's the case, I think it would be a terrible, terrible idea, considering they've already had a bumpy ride since launch with nerfs, crossover prices, the PSN Link issues, and other issues. It just wouldn't make sense to cause another tidal wave, essentially. The developers somehow managed to recover from all the negative reviews last year, and not many studios can bounce back from such a setback. I mean, honestly, yet they did. Overall, I hope they don't make a change that affects the reviews again, because this game needs to thrive. It needs to continue down a positive path and be well received. Not because it'll help out my channel, but because it will let the developers continue to support their families. You know, that's really the positive thing about it. Nevertheless, I'd like you to share your thoughts below. Do you think the devs will change super credits in a positive way, or will it turn out badly? Now, the second question is, what's the approximate ratio of a game fixes to new content in the upcoming update? Shams Georgiani, the CEO, said, "There's no way to answer that. Also, because of the messy tech, we sometimes underestimate the bugginess of the stuff we build, so things take longer." Okay, if you were wondering the same thing, that's the answer. It seems the Stingray engine might be playing a role in why it takes longer for them to do certain things. Shams Georgiani mentioned in a previous video that they're investing more in the Stingray engine to improve Helldivers 2. As they continue to do so, it could make it easier for them to patch issues or add content without as many bugs popping up. It'll be interesting to see some of the responses in this video about that question. Next up, a player here brought up how the CEO acknowledged the Helldivers 2's community's dissatisfaction with the recent Warbond announcement, describing it as lackluster. This Helldiver asks if we could expect tweaks or slight upgrades to these items in the near future. The CEO's response, which can be viewed here, stated, "We track the response sentiment to everything. The other part of the equation is how it performs in terms of sales as well. Often you'd be surprised that the things that are a bit contentious in terms of sentiment actually perform really well. Obviously, we'd love for things to perform amazeballs and be universally loved." Well, with that comment there, we haven't received a response on whether they'll tweak those weapons in the future or before the Warbond's release date. I'm sure if it doesn't go well, they'll likely adjust their approach for future Warbonds. You know, that's something I'm looking forward to anyways. But yeah, the Helldivers 2 community in the end will definitely let the developers know if it's good or bad through their feedback forums or even on the Helldivers 2 Discord. On a different note, Arrowhead Game Studios is moving to a new office location, which could be an upgrade. How do we know? Helldiver replied to Shams Georgiani, expressing curiosity about their work life and asking if they could post a video someday showcasing what they do. I really like this question. And in response, the CEO said, "It's a very chill place. A ton of people hang out in the office after hours, weekends. We've got tons of social spaces, a RPG book library, hobby rooms. We're moving to a new office where we'll have more of this. We'll definitely make a video for the new office." Yeah, I'd love to see what they do during or after work hours. A video tour of the new office would be awesome. Any dev vlog of some sort would be really cool. I'm not sure if this would interest any of you out there, but for me, I'm intrigued and want to see it. On another note, it seems that the devs are just moving to this new office at some point. I wonder if they're planning to expand their dev team, considering a new office might offer more space to hire additional staff, right? All in all, I like where this is going, and I'm excited for Arrowhead's future. Now, the next response from the CEO is actually really cool, because there's a player that brought up that, there's a bunch of whiners in the community, and it's abysmal and all that other stuff, right? I'm gonna block the name out. And in response, this is what Sham said. It's fine, I've said it 100 times. It's better that people care than not at all. We work with you and try to explain that we listen better when the feedback is constructive versus just hot takes. But again, I'm fine with hot takes as well. People have healthy debates over the stuff we release is great. That right there I found to be an awesome response, because it's not like he's like, yeah, everybody in the community is trash, their opinions are bad and all that. It's not like that. He's just saying, I enjoy the feedback that we receive, and it's cool that you guys give it. And yeah, it helps out a lot. That's pretty much what he's saying, and I like that. And I've said it before that, the community and Arrowhead, we really do a great job on just communicating back and forth, to where Arrowhead really does listen to the feedback, and they do the right thing by either giving us free items or a free cape or doing something really cool. The final question I want to cover is about in-game crashes. This player wants to know if the next update will include a lot of crash fixes. The CEO Shams replied with this: "We'll have more focus on that in subsequent updates, but we'll always try to squash bugs and fix performance. Trick is that new stuff always impacts bugs and performance." So does this response right here mean there's not going to be any crash fixes next update? No, I don't think so. I think what he's saying is they're going to focus more on that in the next few updates, but for sure the next update will have some crash fixes. We know this because the QA lead recently talked about that. And yeah, that's going to happen. So don't take this response as in, oh man, the game is doomed, they're not going to fix anything. No, calm down. They're going to fix something here with crashes, but the game might produce some more crashes with this new content coming up. We're now going to go over the top 3 comments. The first one is right here by Failsam or Fail Sam. I'm not sure if I'm butchering it. I apologize. You said, "My wife said the city maps could have destroyed banks with more credits than normal for us to rob it." And right there, sir, you've earned yourself a ticket to a democracy officer. Nah, I'm kidding. Honestly, that's a smart idea, and how come no one is doing that? I mean, I would be first in line to rob a bank and get all the super credits. The second top comment is from Bardo Frock. "If they make a major order that rewards super creds, that shit will be completed hella fast." Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right about that. I think it would be insanely fast, and I'd love to see that. So hopefully they do give us some super credits with these next major orders coming up. The third and final comment is by SCT Ninja Strike. Fun fact, a Helldivers 2 armor costs 300 SC on average. If we built it in real life with armor plates, breathing tech, HUD, and more, it costs around $500,000, 460,000 pounds, making it 1 SC equals $1,667, 1,530 pounds. That's some expensive freedom. No kidding. And I want to know how much Super Earth spends altogether on armor, the Super Destroyer, how much super credits that costs altogether. There needs to be some sort of way of seeing that in-game and some lore or something, right? I'd love to know. Anywho, if you have enjoyed today's video, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn notifications on if you haven't already. Oh, and also don't forget to join our subreddit page. I'll leave a link below. Check it out. And with that, thank you to everyone that's currently a member and a subscriber, and I'll see you all in the next video.